Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the Sullivan family. It's absolutely stunning, guys. I should have a t-shirt with it written on. It's absolutely stunning, guys. It's beautiful this morning. Frosty, the sun is coming up. Absolutely stunning, guys. It's cold, but we are expecting a storm to hit tomorrow. The UK to hit the UK tomorrow. I don't know how much it's going to hit us. I know a little bit further south it's going to be about 90 mile an hour winds, but we'll just have to see what happens. But isn't this beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? So I have literally just come back from dropping Agnes to school. Toby is off today. He's not feeling very well. It's been a lovely week this week, guys. We've been doing a project which I'll talk more about in a minute, because the girls want to show you what they've done this week. We've been doing all kinds of things like that, and also it's been a busy week. There's been a lot of stuff going on. There's preparations obviously for the birthday as well. When I say the birthday, I mean the busiest birthday of the year. So Leah, Erin, Charlotte, Isabel, that's going to hit on Saturday, and fingers crossed actually for the weather, because we want to go to Inverness. So the plan is at the moment is to go to roller disco on Saturday. I called it roller boogie, and then Zoe said, how old are you? Roller disco on Saturday, and then we're going to go down to Inverness to go to Frankie and Benny's again for a family meal. So we're really looking forward to it. Zoe is going to be filming tomorrow on Friday. She's going to go out and get all the balloons and all that kind of thing. But today is just a catch up, guys, on where we are, and also we're taking Zoe's taking Joseph to Dr. Gray today for his initial kind of assessment and to see where he is and all that kind of stuff. So lots going on today, guys. A big catch up from us. But I'm going to go and have a chat with the girls in a minute as well. They're dying to show you what they've been doing this week. It's been really cool. Right, shall we go in?
Tools in the world, but which one has the most views? Let's find out. Are you know that stream with 5 million views?
It took 198 days to complete this puzzle.
What?
To be honest, our team was maybe she could wear places that so we're getting classes.
Are you doing some colouring? Good job. What's that one? Is it green? That's looking a bit busted, that one. Why don't you use the pencils instead? I think that's...
Wait, that's mine.
Oh, they're roller ones.
Yeah, the roller.
Try using the pencils instead.
Don't use the purple because that explodes.
Okay. Or do you want to use the pens?
I'm gonna use these. No, use them, not those.
Okay, I tell you what. What about the pencils?
Those Wait, Daddy, I've got China.
Do you want to use the pens?
No. Okay. No.
Okay.
Flo, do you want to use these little pencils? No.
No, she doesn't. She wants to use the pens. Okay. Right, guys. It's been a really fun week this week. What's our project been this week, girls?
Harbour.
So we've been looking into Burghead Harbour. Burghead Harbour is a lovely little harbour. It's just it's
No, it's in the bath.
Noah's in the bath. Noah's at school.
It's in the bath.
Oh right. Do you remember we saw Sammy the seal?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And so he popped his head out.
he did.
His tongue was out.
So Burghead.
Brenda.
That's right. So we saw. So we've been a few times now to Burghead Harbour this week, because what we decided to do is
Find Sammy the seal.
yeah. What we decided to do is projects as well as normal work and reading eggs, online work, things like that. Trying to find a nice balance between doing work at home and going out and doing a project on something, and also getting some physical activity, and also doing all right, go on then. We're looking at swimming as well, so we'll maybe do swimming on a Monday. So there's lots of things. Obviously, everything's going to fall into place.
Daddy,
But yes,
that means we get to go swimming twice because we're going to go swimming on Monday.
Tuesdays as well.
And then we go swimming on
Tuesdays as well. So me and Zoe, like at the start of this week, had a really big chat together about how we're going to kind of go forward. And you know what? It's going to be a learning process for both of us. And we're going to learn along the way. There's going to be things that work. There's going to be things that won't work. We're looking at groups and activities in the area as well. So there's all the different scenarios and options that are going on in our head. We had a big old chat about at the start of this week. And do you know what, guys? We're not going to get it right straight off.
Daddy, I don't want this.
All right, what do you want then? Which one do you want then? This one? Dinosaurs?
No.
No. Hang on, 2 seconds. 2 seconds. What about that mega colouring book? Mermaids?
No.
No?
That is fine.
Hang on.
Flo, do you want...
Okay, 5 hours later, we've opted for the princess one. There you go, darling. You colouring the princess. So, yeah,
What's the next?
we're not going to get everything right straight off the bat. You know, we've got to find our feet, and we're also going to put together like not a strict timetable, but a timetable of sorts. So we know that we're going to be doing that, then, because there's so many
All this.
really good online resources. They're using reading eggs at the moment, so I'll just show you. And the good thing about reading eggs, this is for maths. You do maths and English on reading eggs, don't
Yeah.
you? So the good thing about that, and this is for Joseph as well. So Joseph is doing the same, and then obviously Florence is joining in with little things as well.
On Daddy. We've got Reading Express,
Yep,
Fast Phonics,
yep,
and Math
Yep.
Sheets. We've got a library.
yep.
Should I show you?
Thank you.
Should I show you your journal?
In a minute, because we'll come on to that in a second.
Okay.
Okay. So
And the good thing about reading eggs,
I don't know yet.
the good thing about reading eggs is that once you've finished past a whole level, you get certificates.
Certificates, yeah. So let me show you the certificates.
We just got certificates.
You see, so they print off little certificates as well when they get to certain levels. But the one main thing with the reading eggs online work is there you go. All right. Online work is that you can do like an assessment to tell where your child is at that point with like reading, English and maths and things like that. So it's giving us a good guide of where we are with both of the girls, and also Joseph as well, and Florence will be doing it as well later on. I mean, at the moment she's doing the normal sort of activities for her age. So on top of that, we're reading, and also we've got these. Look, I wanted to show you these. So these are more online resources. We've got these from Amazon, and they're for different grades and ages. So 7 to 8 there. And this is a whole mixture of...
And guess what, guys? If you finish this chapter, you get to put a sticker on.
Exactly. So it's got stickers in there. It's got everything from maths to science to all kinds of different things, and it covers all different levels from ages to 7 to 8. So it's really, really good. So I'm really, really happy. They're great. They're really, really good. Yes. Oh, Joseph. Sorry.
I'm putting the puzzles away.
Okay, well done. He loves his puzzles. He's really good with his puzzles. So yeah, we're looking every week as well to do a project, and this week's project has been the harbour at Birkhead, because I really wanted to kind of we walk past it and we go walking down there, and you visually see things, but to actually understand what goes on, and yeah. To understand what goes on with the fishing industry and the boats. And it's been really good this week because we've seen the boats getting fueled up, haven't we?
Yeah.
They've been putting diesel in the boats, and we were talking about the nets and the different types of nets, lobster pots, the boys on top of lobster pots. So what are the boys for?
So the boys are for, like, if you have a lobster
Pot.
pot,
Yeah.
they put it on the buoy so the fishermen know where their lobster pots are.
Exactly. So they're on a long rope and the boys float, yeah, and they can grab the pots in when they need to. And just looking at the whole kind of fishing industry in Birkhead, and then there's like a plaque down there as well. In fact, we'll go down and show people, shall we, today, possibly this afternoon? Yeah, we'll go and show you the harbour, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll see Sammy the Seal again. It's been absolutely amazing. If you've been on our Facebook this week, guys, you'll have seen that we saw Sammy the Seal. What was it on? Did I put it on YouTube as well? I'm pretty sure I put it on a short as well. Saw Sammy the Seal and Sammy's friend as well. It was absolutely brilliant. It absolutely blew us away, actually, to be honest. I didn't even realise there was a seal in the harbour. It's fantastic. And he was eating fish.
I didn't even know. I thought it was just like where the boats are. I thought it was in the ocean. I just thought it was...
Yeah, no, it's open to the ocean, but we were learning about why the harbour wall is there to protect the boats from the stormy seas and all that kind of stuff. It's been really, really good. It's been really, really interesting. But we're going to move on to another project next week, and we're now looking at going into Elgin, because I would love to do things like Elgin Cathedral. I'd then like to do the house at Cooper Park. I'd like to do all kinds of things, the history of the area.
You could go to Cooper Park and go to the library.
Definitely, and we're going to use the Elgin Library as our kind of base to get information and stuff.
Can I show them what?
Yeah, come on then.
So we got these books.
So they've got journal, they've got jotters now, sorry.
They're like scrapbooks, what we've done.
Yeah.
And I did this.
So Leah's doing hers at the moment. Joseph's got his as well. He was doing some yesterday. So shall I show people what we've done now? There we go. So Erin's written all hers out. So there's the little plaque down at the harbour. And then that was the girls down at the harbour. And then you've just explained.
It says Sammy.
Sammy the Seal.
I couldn't fit Sammy the Seal, so I just did Sammy.
Really good. There you go, darling. So it's been a really good week, guys. We feel really good about how we've progressed this week, and I'm really happy with where we are at the moment. But that said, you know, we'll tweak things as we go, and we'll look at different resources. There's a teacher that actually puts YouTube videos up with science experiments and things like that. So there's lots of different things that we're going to add into the week as we go. So it's really, really good, isn't it?
Yeah. On Reading X, there's Reading Express, Fast Phonics, Math Sheets, and there's a library.
There you go.
You can get your own apartment, and you can get your own trophies on it.
Wait,
Yeah.
you can get your own apartment?
Right, guys, we're going to crack on with a bit more work, and we'll catch up with you in a bit.
Yeah.
It's colder than I realised outside. The sun's shining, so I just thought, oh, it must be quite warm. It's freezing. It's actually freezing. So we have just been in to Joseph's hiding. We've just been in for Joseph's pediatric appointment. Are you hiding still? I can see you. So obviously we have been pursuing a diagnosis for Joseph, an autism diagnosis for Joseph. But the system is backed up. Everybody knows that the system is backed up. But he has the most lovely consultant. She is amazing. Not just his consultant, obviously she's, everybody's. But she also, the twins used to be under her as well during, I think, Erin, they both got discharged COVID times. Erin was after Leah. So we've had her for the twins as well, and she's amazing. She's really, really lovely, really thorough. But obviously the system is backed up so much. The waiting times are huge. So the last time we went in was June 2023. We were supposed to see them again after a year, but obviously waiting times and everything else. So we had an appointment today. The problem we have, although we know he has autism, they know he has autism, the problem we have is pursuing the diagnosis. The formal diagnosis is difficult because he is homeschooled, and at present there's not anything in place here. I don't know if there is around other parts of the country, but here for children that are homeschooled, because there is normally a report from the parents, there'll be a report from the consultant pediatrician, and then there'll be input from the school as well. And those three things, they go off to, I can't remember what the system is called, the people are called, begins with an A, it's gone from my memory, and they make a a decision or a diagnosis based off of all of the evidence, if you like. So those people don't actually ever meet the child. They're the ones that do the diagnosis from all of the evidence provided, which kind of is way out there in my mind, but it's the way that it's done, it's the way that the NHS do it, it's the way that the system works. But obviously, because we don't have that input from the school, it makes it difficult. But the consultant actually said that she saw somebody last week. She said she hasn't really seen anybody that's been homeschooled pursuing a diagnosis, like happens hardly, not very often. She actually saw somebody last week who is, the child is homeschooled pursuing a diagnosis. So now she has two of us. So she is, as she said rightly so, there needs to be some kind of other avenue that people can go down that doesn't need the input from school. And she agreed with me in the fact that if we had sent him to school, there would probably be a lot of evidence because of the way he would have reacted to school. I mean, the first time he went to one of the appointments, he did actually do some of the, like they get them to do certain things, blocks and those sorts of things. Today he wouldn't even look up. So there is, it's difficult. It's difficult because, sorry, Olivia's driving instructor just drove past. It's difficult, I think, all round. It's difficult for them because there is a protocol that has to be followed. And like she said, are we still pursuing the diagnosis? And I said, yes, we are, because, and it's not, because she said, will it change anything? And I said, well, no, because we've got systems in place that help him. You know, we've prevented things from happening by not sending him to school. Because she actually said, is he an anxious child? And I said, well, no, but and she said, had you sent him to school, he probably would have been an anxious child. We would probably have quite a lot of evidence. Yes, darling. We are going home just a second, to pursue that. But I knew that was going to happen, which is why we didn't send him to school, because I didn't want to put him through that. And like I said, the only real reason we are pursuing an official diagnosis is if he decides one day he wants to go to school. Olivia's got sweeties. If he decides one day he wants to go to school or college or high school or whatever, he will have that in place so that any help that he may need, I mean, the system, that side of things isn't always working well, but as we all know, but he has that diagnosis. And for his own peace of mind, you know, there's plenty of people that go through life that are autistic or have ADHD, and when you don't have that official diagnosis, they kind of have gone through life worrying there's something wrong with them, but never having. And you know, when you have that diagnosis, it kind of makes everything make sense. So no, it won't change anything, but it might well help him in his future, and that's the reason. So anyway, he has been referred to occupational therapy because he does have problems, as we've said before, with his fine motor skills, like holding a spoon, holding a pencil, those sorts of things. And we've been working really hard with him at home, but he still struggles. So we've been referred to OT for that, and that in itself may well have some impact in that that's a third party getting involved. So that may well help us in that case with the diagnosis. So yeah, she's also going to send me some other things on of ways of helping him regulate his emotions a bit better, which is something that we obviously struggle with, and that he struggles with. But generally, you know, she agrees we've got everything kind of put in place for him as a family that help him. You know, the things that he can do because his siblings help him. Mm-hmm. Like she sort of said, you know, can he kick a ball? Can he ride a bike? And although he can't ride a bike, can kick a ball because the boys have spent time with him in the garden helping him. So, you know, having, like, Florence will, and I said this to her, Florence will make him do role play stuff, like
work at her cafe.
Yeah, work at her cafe and play doctors with him, and she will demand that he does it. So some stuff that we've tried to get him to do before and the others have tried to get him to do before that he's not really got any interest in, Florence will make him do it because she will demand that he comes and works in her cafe. And he might not do it for long, but he does do it because he loves her to bits. So she will demand that she comes to his doctor's surgery, her doctor's surgery. So he will go, yeah, or be made up or do hair. I mean, some things he doesn't allow, but you know, it really does. Having so many siblings really does help him. And I think as a family, building up this kind of, and she agreed, you know, we've all got these things in place that help him. So she's going to do some sort of digging and find out about some things. She's going to refer us to occupational therapy, have a word with a health visitor as well. She did even say about possibly knowing somebody with a therapy dog, so that could be helpful. A dog that's used to go into schools and things like that, which would be amazing if we could do that. So yeah, it's a positive appointment. I think a positive appointment. It's one step closer. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, we know that he has autism, and that's how we live, and that's fine. You know, we deal with it that way. But for him to have the official diagnosis as he grows up will be a really helpful thing.
The old one.
But for now, we're going to go get some lunch. Because are you hungry, Jojo? I'm hungry. So we're going to go home and get some lunch.
What?
Walking along the road with you two is like walking along the road with two jack-in-the-boxes. Little monkeys. Right, guys, we are going to go up to the harbour because these two little monkeys would love nothing more than to show you Sammy the seal.
Yeah.
And if we can see, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that this is the time of day, because when we saw the two seals, it was around about this time. So it's about almost 2 o'clock.
I thought there was 3 of them, but I thought they were just walking around.
Yeah.
If you want to see more about Sammy the seal,
Yeah.
go to YouTube Shorts or Facebook.
Yes, do that, because we made a little short and a little Facebook video. So we're hoping we can show you Sammy the seal.
And his girlfriend.
Yeah, it kind of wraps up our project for the week as well. Yeah. In one hit, so that's really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go and see.
I'm back. We've got shiny new taps. I know, the things I get excited about are just insane. We have shiny new taps. Shiny new taps. The nice ones. Very excited about having new taps. One of our taps kept breaking all the time, and when they came to fix it the last time, a nice man, he said, I think we'll have new taps. So we've got nice new taps this morning. So there's Nerf bullets everywhere, and socks, which I don't know whether have been worn or not, so I'm gonna have to put them in the wash, and Nerf bullets all over. So following on from Joseph's appointment this morning, when I came back, I was chatting to Ben about it. I remembered some more things. It's always difficult to take in all the information when you have appointments. I feel like we've had so many appointments over the years with different children and all of those sorts of things, and obviously having the twins premature as well. There was so much information, medical information and medical appointments with them. It was crazy. You almost become a little blasé to having hospital appointments, you know what I mean? But anyway, so what the consultant was saying was that what they used to do was refer people to, in circumstances that, you know, weren't usual, or were not the norm, if you like. So situations like where the child is homeschooled or whatever, they would refer to CAMS. So CAMS, does everywhere have CAMS? I'm not entirely sure if it's called the same thing everywhere. So it's Child and Adolescent Mental Health Services. So our CAMS here is extremely overrun, basically. The waiting lists are so long because they deal with everything. Obviously they deal with a large area as well here. All the surrounding areas. So it's extremely, they've kind of cut it to, they only deal with the severer cases, extreme mental health difficulties. And I mean, Charlotte went through CAMS when she was having problems. It used to be that you went to CAMS for referrals. You were referred to CAMS because we were referred with before, years ago, and you did used to get referred to CAMS. This is when some of the older ones were younger. So that would have been maybe 10 years ago. You would have been referred to CAMS and it would have gone from there. And now it's all different because obviously CAMS is dealing with so much more. The waiting lists are so different after the pandemic. Cuts, everything else has just made everything so much different nowadays, which is why they don't really go through CAMS anymore. She did say that she's going to speak to CAMS to see what they think, because so they would deal, basically they would have dealt with Joseph had he had severe anxiety. And she said to me, has he got severe anxiety? And I said, no, he's very shy when we go out and about, but he, you know, but that's part of him kind of, I don't even know if it's shyness or just him shutting down a little bit. I don't actually think he is that shy. I think he just shuts down a bit when he's in situations that are not his normal, if you like. And then the stage after that would be if I was to get up and leave or something, him there today, that would have been meltdown. But he did really well, so that's good. And by really, really well, even if he did just sit with his head down next to me, that's really well for him, because he didn't have a meltdown. So for me, we held it together for the time we were in there, and that's good enough. Not that it would have mattered if he had have done, but it would have been upsetting for him. Not that it's any, I'm not worried in any way like that, but it would have been upsetting for him, because every time when he does have a meltdown, it is upsetting for him. Anyway, kind of got off a tangent. So yeah, that would have been what would have happened. But obviously CAMS now it's all different. It's all different now. And like she said, had I sent him to school and he probably wouldn't have coped with school, he probably would have developed anxiety, severe anxiety from leaving him there and in a situation that it was out of his control and all those sorts of things. And had I done that, we would have been dealing with a different situation and a different child. But equally, as she said, I fielded that from happening because I haven't allowed it to happen, because I didn't want it to happen. So I've kind of taken him out of that situation. But in some ways, I probably would have got a referral, or CAMS would have dealt with him quicker, or would have dealt with him because he would have had he would have had severe anxiety as well. So how backwards is that in order to get help, you have to see them, you have to put them through the worst first. Doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. But because we haven't done that, and because we've kept him from having to go through that, it's just mind-boggling. The other thing that gets me, and I'm not bothered how long we wait, to be honest. I don't, as long as for his own benefit, it doesn't matter to me. And we just carry on as we carry on anyway. But it's for him more than anything. But what gets me the most, I think, is that a consultant paediatrician who is extremely experienced in what she does, and a parent who spends all of her time, or parents who spend all of their time with him, are not qualified enough. Their kind of experience is not enough to for a diagnosis to be a decision to be made. That's what gets me, is that, you know, an extremely intelligent, you know, consultant paediatrician, and like I said, and a parent who spends all their time, it's not enough. And it's just the process itself and the system itself, it just is crazy. But I guess that's fortunately the way it is, but it doesn't seem like it's the right way. But I don't know, is there a reason that it's like that? I don't honestly know. I guess in some cases it needs to be like that. Who knows? Everybody's experience is different. But like I said, you know, I'm not worried how long we have to wait or any of those sorts of things. But getting a referral to occupational therapy will be good, because that will hopefully help him with some of the things, because we keep trying lots of different things with him. Like we've got pencil grips and stuff like that, and it is helping him, but he's still struggling with like a spoon and things like that. Those are the things that he gets a bit, he struggles with. But he is getting, weirdly, he's getting better with his pencil, but worse with his spoon. It's very strange with his cutlery. But anything, you know, those sorts of things, I'm sure there are other things we could put into place that we have not thought of or have not been able to find that an occupational therapist will help. I'm not sure how he will react with an OT, because I don't know if anybody remembers when he broke his elbow and we had to go to the physio afterwards, and he did not want to participate at all. And if he doesn't want to participate, there is going to be no way of talking him around. Like with most children, our children, you can normally talk them around, you know, we'll do this and we'll do that. How about we do this? How about we do that? Most of the tricks in the book will not work with Joseph. If he is not going to do something, he is not going to do it. And if you push him too far, he will have a complete meltdown. It's like his fight or flight. When he's in a situation that is out of his control already, because he's in a different place with different people, he kind of goes into protect mode, and then trying to push him any further, it's not going to happen. So I don't know, but even if they give us some ideas, that would be helpful. But who knows? You know, if it's something that he goes to once, it's probably not going to benefit him, because he probably won't do what they want him to do. But if it's something that he went to a few times and he kind of got used to it, a bit like with the doctor when he broke his elbow, because he'd been there a few times, he was getting better at going. Maybe, but it would be helpful to have some kind of more input on it anyway, because quite often we just feel like we're fishing around in the dark. I think anybody with children with additional needs feels like that, to be honest, that you're trying to do the best you can do, but really we're all just winging it, because you know, you have to do what suits one child isn't going to suit another child. What triggers one child isn't going to trigger another child. It's kind of a very personal journey as well, I think. A personal family journey, if you like. For every individual family, it's different. And at the end of the day, you just want the child to be happy. We just want him to be happy and to get through all that he does the best he can and the easiest he can. You know, like any of them, really. It's just for him, it's a little bit different. And, you know, if we can find ways that make that easier for him, then that's a bonus. But anyway, I'm trying to get birthday cards done. I've done the twins now, all of them. So they are on their way. Now I need to do Ben's. I've not done Ben's yet. Normally I get all 5 of them done because I get them from everybody gets their card from Moonpig. I might not give it to people on time. In fact, I think I've still got Olivia's 18th birthday card that I've not written out. I'm rubbish. One day when they get their memory boxes, all their cards are in there with everything written, all written out. they just might not have got them at the right time, but they'll be able to look back on them. But it is a standing joke. But I do buy them on time. And sometimes, occasionally, I write them out on time. But normally what I do is I get all 5 of them at the same time. And sometimes I even get Toby's at the same time as well, if I'm really organised. But I haven't been this year. Because somehow, trying to find photos, you can never find the photo you want, even though you've got thousands of beautiful photos. You can't find the ones that you want. And equally, looking back all through the photos, like I did last night and yesterday afternoon, it just sent me down a rabbit hole of baby photos and different times, which was hard, actually, looking back on all I love looking back on all happy memories, but it's like a different time. Some of it feels like such a different time. So not hard in the way that it's, hard looking back. It's just, things have moved, things have changed so much, and they grow so fast, but anyway, I've still got Ben's card to do, so I'm going to try and do that quickly, so that it hopefully will get here in time. It should do. They're normally next day. I'm hoping the twins arrive tomorrow. I have to go out and get stuff for their birthday tomorrow, not presents. Apart from I just realised I haven't ordered something. I'm going to go and do that right now.
So many crabs.
I know.
I
know. It's probably from the seagulls. I can see him.
I thought you were joking.
No, I can see him, look. He's poking his head. Hang on, let me see if I can get a bit closer. There he is, look. I wonder if we'll see his friend. Okay, so we have one seal. We're going to walk up and see if we can get a bit closer, because he's very much up. He's very much up with the fishing boats. So we're going to go and have another look. There he is.
He's like...
He must be waiting for the fish
He's like...
on the fishing boats.
He's like... Oh, look.
He's gone under. Has he just dived under?
Yeah. He's playing hide and seek.
Yeah.
He's probably going to fish. All the birds are waiting.
It's because the fishing boats have just come back, look, with their catch. Look, see? And if any go over the side, then the seagulls can get them, and so can Sammy. How cool is that? Where's he gone? I can't see him.
I don't know where his friend is.
Guys, this is a brilliant way to finish our little project this week. Honestly, it's fantastic. I'm so glad we saw.
There's crab shells everywhere.
So, as he's known in Birkhead, Sammy the seal. That's actually a genuine thing, because I put a post in.
Here's the crack of the shell.
There's lots of crab shells around, lots of crab shells. But we put a post on, we put a video on Facebook, and lots of local people told us it's definitely Sammy the seal. So it's really cool. It's just what I wanted, to be able to show you that. So we'll just wait for him to resurface, and we'll get him again. How cool is that, eh?
He's really cool.
It's so cool.
We've seen him for the second time.
I know. We've got him again. He's just popped up again.
Third time.
He's moved. He's playing with us. He's playing. He knows. He knows he's on camera. You're on camera.
He's like, Hugo, this boy filming me.
Well, that was absolutely perfect. What a brilliant end, eh?
Yeah.
To our project this week. Did you enjoy doing the project?
Yes.
It was really good fun. So let's see what we do next week.
Yeah.
Okay guys, it is 7 o'clock in the evening. I am just about to get everybody upstairs ready for bed, or they are ready for bed, but upstairs to bed. Agnes is back. You alright, Agnes?
Yeah.
Agnes has been dancing, so she's back and had her shower. You alright?
Yeah.
Good stuff. That's it pretty much. Zoe's going to go out and do... Did I say that you're going out to do a bit of shopping?
We'll go and go some shopping.
Zoe's going out to do a bit of shopping. And that's pretty much it for today. It's been an eventful day. It's been really, really good. And a bit of a catch-up from us. So there we go. Right. You monkeys are going to go to bed in a minute. That's it, guys. Really hope you enjoyed today's video. Please subscribe to our channel. Please hit the bell for notifications. Drop us a like. Don't forget our links in the video description below for all of our social media. Our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Patreon. And that just leaves us all to say thanks for watching, guys. Take care. And we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.